Hello there guys, it's me Unstable Voltage. Welcome back to episode 39 of Europa Universalis IV as Venice. Over the course of the last few videos, we took a fair bit of land from, from the Papal State. We took two provinces from the Papal State, but we also took a bit of land from Tuscany, which means we've taken a fair chunk across the middle of Italy and sort of blocked Naples off from anywhere else. We also managed to take some more land from this sort of random place down here, which is going to help us by giving us some more sort of coastal force limit. And we gave a few more provinces to Fezzan, so that should help them out there. We need to get ourselves a Diplo advisor. Morale of navies, diplomatic reputation is probably the best thing we could have. Although trade efficiency is so good. Do I want to have the trade efficiency or do I want the Diplo rep? I think we'll go for the trade efficiency. Having money is always good. We do have poor Diplo rep. My Diplo rep should be better now. My Diplo rep is still in a negative because of overextension. Would be nice if we could increase that slightly. Right, if we were, out of interest, to go to war with Naples, Austria would now be willing to join. Ideally, we want France to come in. If we can get France to come in, that helps us hugely. Because France can then deal with... let's get the transports up here. France can then go and deal with Spain. Let's go ahead and unmothball the heavies, because if we're going to be going up against Spain, we're definitely going to need those. We do have 3 diplomats. Let's go and fabricate more claims. Luciana, which one is that one? That one is there, and Nepali is on that side. Though it wouldn't be a bad idea having Nepali. Let's fabricate on Nepali. They do have a relatively sizable army. That said, so do I, so I don't mind that too much. We do have another... We've got another 20k up there, haven't we? We can move you down. Where is all this unrest coming from? Assab and Roma. I'm not too bothered about all of that. That's fine. It'll go away eventually on its own. I cannot help but notice we're no longer fabricating claims against the Ottomans. Let's go and fabricate claims. Anywhere coastal that we don't have a claim on that we can reach. Techie. Let's go for that one. At some point I will actually have to get my finger out and declare war on them. It'll probably happen at some point. We could also probably fabricate another claim against Hungary. Bakes, I think we did have a claim on at some point. So if France are willing to actually get involved in a war, still not yet. And it's mainly because of our diplomatic low diplo thingamajigger. Let's go and try and improve relations with them a little bit. We could go ahead and take the Diplo guy. It might not be a bad idea. I know I've just hired an advisor, and this is going to be costly. But let's go ahead and take the Diplo rep guy. That should now be enough to allow me to declare war. Obviously, we don't have a diplomat to send now, which is fantastic. Because I'm improving the relations with France. How much more can we... We can improve relations by quite a bit with them, actually. Please don't let that be the one that I just... Oh, fantastic. You literally just killed off the guy that I hired to let me rehire another guy who's the same. High fervour, we should probably think about going to war relatively quickly. Although stability would give us increased diplomatic reputation. I don't think we need to do that. Massawa we're going to have to flip over at some point as well as Assab once they have been cored. Let's go ahead and just pull this guy back from France. We should be able to declare this war now. Got a fair few units over here. How are we doing on the heavies? 1 more month and those will be done. That is fine. So as soon as we get into the next month... Okay, heavies are fully repaired. Let's move the heavies out. Let's go and have a look here. France would come in, Austria would come in. So I think we call both of them in. Hopefully France will deal with Spain. Let's go and declare war. We'll also just quickly want to... Why is that saying I could call in the Commonwealth? Doesn't mean they'd accept. Don't think we need the Commonwealth. We'll save them for the Ottomans. We want war. What is it good for? Absolutely nothing. Right, let's go and make sure we have a leader over here. We want somebody, preferably who has some shock. It is our guy, who we probably don't want to get killed, but at the same time, we do need to deal with this. This is farmlands. So let's go and throw as many troops in as we can. We have just won a battle, a naval battle somewhere. Let's go and try and move our ships around and see if we can get rid of some of them. I think they had like no army maintenance on, because we've just absolutely squished them. So let's just go and move some of these stacks out into... Well, we can't really because of the annoying fort in Napoli. But we can go and sort of pin their navy in. Austria's down there doing work for us as well, which is really good. Fezzan might even also go and try and take these provinces if they can reach them. They've actually gone down here and we're blockading the strait, although Spain control one side of it, so it doesn't really matter. I'll take the hit to the admin power. We're making a decent amount of admin points. We don't even have enough people there to siege that right now, which is depressing. So let's just go and move that stack there and get amazing amounts of attrition, because we love attrition. So let's go and get that siege. This is the importance of having a really good fort. And we can't get you there, unfortunately. I could do if I had my transports around the other side, but unfortunately I do not. Now, I don't think Spain is going to be too much of a problem. We'll have to see. Gain 10 prestige. Yeah, fine. That's that. We're max prestige. Again, it'll help with the aggressive expansion. We will be taking quite a bit of aggressive expansion. Depending on how much of Naples we manage to take, I can see there being quite a bit of that happening. Now, what have they actually got in there? They've just got some... mainly lights. They've got no heavies. I've got 20 heavies here. And a few galleys. We should sink them with relative ease. Don't like the attrition that I'm taking, but, I mean, there's not an awful lot else I can do here. What I could do, I suppose, is take this group. We could split off the cannons. Select the rest of the unit and move that out. Yep, that's fine. Nice stuff. Peace offer from Mecklenburg already. Are Mecklenburg even involved in this war? Mecklenburg, oh, and they're already down to medium. Okay, that's fine. Mecklenburg forced to give Venice 10% of their income for war reps. Is somebody sieged out? Oh, of course, Australia's just going and kicking ass. Fine, let's get Mecklenburg out. That'll give us some war reps. And, of course, it all helps with strength of the alliance. So that is a very good thing. We've got a wall breach. Good. That's really going to speed things up for us. And hopefully, yeah, France are doing all the arse kicking. And Austria, actually. Austria have got a stack down there in Iberia. Now, hopefully, these Spanish stacks aren't going to make it past France and Austria. Then I won't have to deal with them. Wow. Unfortunately, France just got his arse kicked there by a massive 50 stack of Spanish troops. Although, here comes the rest of the French-Austrian army. Yeah, Austria got a little bit caught out of position there. Hopefully Austria are going to be able to reinforce that in time. It is in the dry lands. France are forced marching. They're definitely trying to run in there quick. Looks like they've arrived. Yep, that's it. The Spanish army is defeated. So we haven't really got to worry about those guys anymore. And we've got a couple of forts down here to siege. We could also, if we wanted to, try and grab some of Sicily. If we wanted to. That wouldn't be a bad idea. What's this? Hum gets heresy, local unrest, minus tax, blah, blah, blah. Or we get increased missionary strength for increased tech cost. Yeah, we'll take the missionary strength. We are being fabricated on. That's fine. That's those guys down there. We've lost trade protection against the Ottomans. Doesn't really matter. All of our diplomats are free. We should be fabricating a claim on Hungary. We should be fabricating a claim on the Ottomans. We could get a claim on I sell, so let's go and do that. Fabricate claim, I sell. Because we control so many little islands down here, we've got so many shared sea zones. It's so easy to grab stuff from the Ottomans. Right, we want to take this stack down here. I think we'll go and siege that. Let's put all you guys together. You can come down here. That forces their ships out. Naples may come down here to try and attack. I'm almost expectant of it. They are going to engage me. Who's going to get there first? I'm going to arrive on the 4th. They're going to arrive on the 4th. And it's in the hills. Ideally, I'd like to get there first, but it's hard to tell who will. They got there first. That's typical. Again, we have a huge morale advantage. I'm just going to throw some extra troops in. I don't really need to, but... you can move down to there and start working on that fort. There we go. That's forced those guys back. And we'll take you guys... Again, we don't have enough to siege if we do that. Let's leave you there and you guys can go down and work on that fort. We've pretty much got their army trapped down here in Sicily. Oh, that's it. We didn't actually have that blockaded because it's a different sea zone. But we'll probably move down there as soon as we've dealt with their navy here. Now, where are you going to go and dock your navy? Fazan's getting wrecked, so let's go over there and help with that. You guys can come and take that province there. Will we get there in time to get rid of that Spanish navy? No, we actually didn't make it. They got out pretty quickly, considering they were in the middle of a battle. Let's go down here into the Straits of Messina then. So we should be able to trap their army on here. Once we've gained control of Calabria. Okay, we've got some cores are finished. Let's go and start working on those conversions. Losing a lot of fervour. I don't think we're going to have to be doing an awful lot of battles, really. I still don't like that big stat they've got down there, but what else can I do? Not an awful lot. We'll just use this 20 stat to go and grab the easy stuff up here. Well, France, you guys retreated a long way away. Maybe those were a few shattered armies that retreated all the way back to Austria. It certainly looks like France is winning the territory war over here in Spain, though, so it's certainly making life easier for me. France are actually coming down here. I don't really need you here, France. I'd prefer it if you stayed and dealt with Spain, if I'm perfectly honest with you. Fazan are trying to land troops, which is always amazing. That is really good. Obviously, we brought everybody in on favours, so we don't have to promise anybody any land. Let's just go and stand 50,000 troops in here for massive attrition. We can probably go across and get in Messina. Messina is actually mountains. So if we go ahead and just... because I've got my transports here. Don't know why they can cross the strait, but I can't. I mean, obviously I'm using my transports, but... I should be able to cross that strait. I know they control both parts of it, but they're not blockading it. That was a little bit strange. Oh well, I don't mind too much. You want military access, you can stuff off. We can get another conversion going. Provincial unrest. Assab still has quite high unrest. That's down here. Do we have people in Assab? No, we don't. Let's go and put you down there into Assab. We'll eat more of your land later, but right now, Italy is my concern. This is going very, very well. Now, the question is... It's not really a question, but... Do I break Naples' relation with Spain? I don't think I really need to, in all honesty. Yeah, I don't think I really need to do that. We'll try and siege out as much Spanish stuff as possible. These guys can't really attack safely from where they are. We could go and get over here. Kind of. Their fleet's going to get forced out the moment this falls. Okay, military leader has died. Because, of course. Well, we only had one general. Don't think we'll hire another one just yet. Although we could always take you back and just go and grab a general in Rome. Because our other military leader is actually our ruler. But we should probably go and hire a military leader. We might even get a good general. I doubt it. Now you have one. Our leader is actually on that stack. Maybe I'll just wait. We've got Calabria. Ah, Messina's still blocking. That's fine. 35%. We've sunk their navy. Now the question is, do I want to go and try and mess with Spain's navy? Spain does have quite a navy. We'll go and have a look and see what they've got and where. Not really sure what they're doing with their navy. Peace offer from Cleves. War reps and massive amounts of money. Okay. Out you go, Cleves. Look at that. 4,000 ducats now. What's our manpower cap? 75,000. Not quite there yet. That siege is over. We could just go ahead and attack their army now, and I think we will. But before we do that, we want to move in here. And we will just go in with... Do we have a leader here? We don't have a leader here, do we? Let us move one of these groups there. Let us go and just pull off a cavalry, because cavalry is the fastest unit. We'll bring you back to Rome. Looks like Spain are pushing back against France, unfortunately. Also looks like Austria's got some rebellion problems that France is helping out with. France is losing to rebel stacks here. I mean, how ridiculous is that? Not too sure where Spain's fleet is. So I'm going to bring my fleet back down here. Obviously, I'm not going to be able to take all of Naples in this this war, because it's simply too much aggressive expansion and too much overextension. But the more of it I can take, the better. So as soon as we get this infantry over here, you are going to get a new leader, who is a 3-1-1-1, which is terrible, I believe is the technical term. So you guys are kind of trapped. We should be able to squish you with relative ease. And then we'll have to see what we can take. I mean, all of Naples' provinces are coastal provinces, so any of them really are useful. Okay, so let's go and group up. This is... Unfortunately, it's mountains. I dislike mountains greatly. Let me... Right, the AI doesn't normally fall for this BS anymore, but sometimes it does. Let's go and leave a few units there and move out with everybody else. And see if he actually tries to attack them. Let's move everybody out then. Let's see if he's going to go and try and unsiege one of Spain's provinces. What we could also do is back right off and see if he... Well, he won't come across the strait as is because we're controlling both sides of it. -2 national unrest. Very nice. So if I move out of there, will he attempt to cross the strait and take back Calabria? Doesn't look like there's any interest in that happening. We are controlling some of Spain. I would ideally like to go over there and try and help out with the... Because France are losing us a little bit of war score right now. We could move our ships up here and we can go and try and siege Sassari, which wouldn't be a bad idea. That would give us a Spanish fort. So let's move across there. We'll keep our leader. He's a 644 now. Well, actually, he should be a 655 now. Yeah, he's a 655. He is currently 53 years old, so we're probably not going to have him for too much longer. Austria is blocking down here. Let's move my guys back into here then, because we are in mountains. If they attack anybody, it's going to be this 20 stack in Palermo. Is there anybody else that we could siege out? Not really. Everybody else is still at high enthusiasm, actually. Nope, France are still in. For a second there, I thought that France had peaced out. Come on, France, you can do better than this. I know you guys can do that. With Austria and France between them should not be struggling. I think it was just all these rebellions along the French-Austrian border, and Austria's really blobbed out. They've taken most of what was Burgundy. But between them, if they ignored the stuff down here that they really don't need to get involved with, because I've got it... There we go. Even Fazan's doing more work down there than France is managing to do. Which, quite frankly, is ridiculous. So we're going to siege this place out. In fact, what we can do is we can pull off one infantry and move you down there. So we can just siege that out. Who does... That belongs to Savoy. Does it, Corsica? Fine. I don't think these guys want to attack. That's okay. So let's start thinking about a peace deal and what we might actually want from these guys. So we would ideally like anything coastal. Napoli would be really, really expensive. That on its own gives us a lot of aggressive expansion. Any important centres of trade down there? No. Okay, well, that's one thing at least. So what do we want to take? Napoli probably would be good. We could take all of that coast, 4 provinces. They won't give us Napoli. That's probably all we want to take in this one war. Tuscany, Savoy, Spain, Hungary. 55 overextension, 502 admin points. 618 ducats, which they wouldn't go for because we don't have enough war score. But I think we can let the war play on because we are about to take one of Spain's forts, and that might give us some more money. So we can probably wait for that. Anyway, this is probably a good point to end the video, so that is what I'm going to do, as we've managed to occupy Calagri. So, did I say that right? Cagliari, there we go. Let's get it right. So let's move you out there. And thanks a lot for watching, guys. Hope you're still enjoying EU4 as Venice. I'll see you guys on the next video. And until then, goodbye for now.